That's Abraxas Forge. Abraxas Forge is a free character creation and campaign management tool I built for the Abraxas tabletop RPG system. It handles everything from building your first character to running combat at the table for the GM. Um, Let me show you how it works. First, before we get into this screen that we're looking at right now is the combat encounter tracker. Um, to get here, we need a character. So let's go real quick over to the character builder. So this is our published character. So these characters are ready for play. We want to make a new character. So I'm going to go create a new character. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to give the character a new name, and we're going to select the campaign band. So campaign bands, for those of you who are unfamiliar with Abraxas terminology, these are like broad starting categories of power. As you walk up the band, so you start at heroic and then go to powerful, super heroic, and so on. As you walk up those bands, your characters become more and more powerful, and it sort of defines where they are in the universe. So heroic is more like action movies from Hollywood or pop sci-fi and fantasy books and media, video games and things like that. So it's you're mortal, you're definitely human or elf or whatever, but you have powers, like maybe you're a magic user or you're an excellent swordsman or something like that, or a diplomat, whatever. So let's go with heroic because that's always a fun one. Once we're into the character builder, you can see that this is the UI for building your character. You see we've got some main menu items up here and then the sub menu. So we're in story right now. We can fill in their identity and we can pick their advantages and disadvantages if they have any. Or there's also this concept generator. So if you're playing a game and you're stuck for a character idea, or you're GM and you're looking for, just a quick NPC, you can hit the generate concept button here, and you can use our concept generator to come up with a new idea for a character, or not a new idea, or just brainstorm or whatever, an idea for a character. The interesting thing here is you can actually lock the sections that you like if you like that he uses salvage technology and he's persuasive, then you can lock those traits and then keep rolling for the ones that aren't locked. So anyways, when you're ready, you can hit use the concept or cancel. And as you sort of, you fill in your sheet, you can pick your stats, pick their skills, and we have this nice little job preset ability thing here. So like if you want to be a doctor, you can just like pick it out of a list and it'll set your skills for you. And we've got abilities like powers and martial arts, and we've got a style preset again. So like if you like karate or taekwondo or whatever, you can like pick it out of a list and like pick the abilities that you like out of it. And then we've got an equipment manager, so you can like equip your character, because what hero would be complete without a shiny new sword or staff or whatever. So once you have your character built, you finalize them, and they will show back up in your finalized character slot over here. So published. Once they are published, they are eligible to join the campaign. And when you've joined a campaign, a GM can add them to the combat tracker. For example, I've added Argus Stone Fury to this combat tracker. Let me just refresh this page, and I'll show you. I've already added in this combat. You can see Argus is already in the combat. Angus Stone Fury is in the combat. I created Angus by using Argus as a template, and then I just renamed him. So this is a nice quick way to get multiple characters into the campaign at once. Or if you're going for extra points, you can use our campaign builder, our quick build NPC. This is how I built the goblins. So I'll make an orc chieftain, and I'll add him to the combat. Now the orc chieftain is tough, so we're going to look at the tier here. You can see that we've got a low end and a high end of the tier. I'm going to go to boss, all the way to the boss level. That's going to make this character very, very tough. Um, that's going to mean that this fight is no longer an easy win for Argus and Angus, the Stone Fury brothers. This fight is now going to become a very hard fight because now it's an Orc Chieftain and 4 Raiders against 2 players. So this is going to be a very tough fight. And before we go, I'm going to roll the Chieftain's initiative. And oh, he critically succeeded, so he's going to go first. So let's target somebody. We're going to target Argus because he's right nearby. And now we're going to start the combat. As you can see, the first card that pops out is, or the first combat that pops out is our Orc Chieftain versus Argus Stone Fury. Because you can see the Orc Chieftain's combat, the Orc Chieftain's initiative is highlighted and the border is animated to draw your attention to who the current actor is. And then down here in this section, we have the Orc Chieftain card is highlighted gold, and the leftmost card to denote that it is the current actor. And then Argus Stone Fury is on his card is on this table because he is the target of the Orc Chieftain. If you were to retarget and say like go to Angus, Angus appears. So these cards, the card faces themselves, these are the front of the cards, and this allows you to target and manipulate stats like their base combat stats, their health, add effects like if they're stunned or they're blinded or something, you could put in the duration and the effect and how long, and then just general notes. If you flip the card over, you can actually see there's some information about the NPC because this is a quick play NPC. Actually, this isn't bad. Let's go over to Argus because there's more, or Angus. There's more information on Angus because he's an actual player character. He wasn't created with the quick build NPC options. So there's a lot more information for this card for us to look at. So you can see there's attributes. Everything you click on is rollable, so it'll just roll for you if you click on it as a GM, so that's handy. You don't have to go to the die roller or leave the screen. You can just run everything right from here. We've got skills, powers, and martial arts or curate a list. That's it. Everything updates in real time. You can, as you do your combat, and if, like, say the Orc Chieftain takes out Angus, you can pull Angus out of the combat by marking him as deceased or out of combat, and you can see he gets out of the turn order. And when we get to Angus, he'll be skipped, and we go straight to round 2, top of the round. And Angus is down, so let's choose the new Argus, or let's choose Argus as our new target. Now, so before we go, we have a lot of settings. We have light, dark mode. We have, you can change your whatever. You can turn off animations. We actually support navigation. The navigation pane defaults to the direction of your language writing. So this changes based on, whether your language is left to right or right to left, or you can just come in here and you can change it yourself. So we've got all sorts of things that we support out of the box. We've got a group kind of finder. So right now there's only my demolition lab, which is like a campaign I run for players who need help with Abraxas. Yeah. So Abraxas Forge is free to use. If you play Abraxas or if you're curious about it, come check it out. The URL I'll link in the comments below, but it's really simple. It's abraxas.rocks. Thank you.